Hi, my name is Amanda, and I received a request for a walking meditation, so that's what today will be all about. I'm going to make today's meditation in a way so that you can do it on your own without listening to my voice guiding you. However, if you'd prefer, you can also put in some headphones and listen along today. But the main themes of the meditation and what to focus on will be there so that as you go to work today, as you go run errands, whatever you need to do, you can do this meditation on your own without always having to hear me in the back. Okay? So, when you're ready, I invite you to just find a spot where you can walk if you're doing this, if you're listening to me while you're walking today. I like to practice it in a backyard or on my street, somewhere where I know I don't feel uncomfortable because you will be walking slowly at first. Okay? And when you're ready, I invite you to close your eyes. Oh, that's the other thing. Make sure that where you're walking, at least for today's practice, is somewhere where it's okay to close your eyes and walk and you will not be in harm's way or put yourself at risk of any sort. So a backyard would be perfect if you have one, or inside your house. Anyways, so we'll start by closing our eyes. You can stand firmly, both feet on the ground, hip width apart, eyes closed. And we'll take a few deep inhales and exhales just to become aware of our body, just to ground us in this practice. Prepare ourselves for being present, being in this moment, forgetting about the past, forgetting about what you have to do. You're here with me, ready to walk. Now, I invite you to notice your right foot. How does your right foot feel on the ground? Notice the sole of your foot and the pressure it's applying on the ground. Notice the arch of the foot, the heel. Notice where you naturally put the most pressure on your right foot. Move your attention to your left foot and do the same. Notice the sole of your foot. Notice the arch of your foot and the heel of your foot, the toes. Notice where your pressure is distributed on your left foot. And now I invite you to focus on both feet simultaneously. Where are you putting the most pressure? What is the balance? Do you notice that your right foot is pressing into the ground slightly more than the left foot more than the right? Just be aware as you stand here, straight spine, feet planted. Where is your weight distributed on these feet? And when you're ready, begin to lift the heel of your right foot, preparing for a slow step. Make your first step very slow as you notice what parts of your foot leave the ground first. And as your foot is in the air, be aware of the foot until it crashes on the ground, maybe gently, maybe with force. And what parts of the foot press against the ground first, last? No need to answer it, but feel it. Feel the connection to the earth below you. Feel any pressure. Notice how the weight is distributed now. And I invite you to continue with the left foot moving forward for a second step. very slow, very steady. For now, we focus on the feet and the toes. Take a few slow steps like this, focusing on the pressure distribution in the feet. What parts lift first? What parts land first? All while allowing your body to breathe on its own. Next, I invite you to continue taking these very slow steps and notice your hips and your quads and your calves. Notice the entirety of your leg. Start with your right leg. Notice naturally which parts move and how. How does your weight distribute? How does your knee bend? And take a step, focusing on the entirety of the right leg. Do the same with your left leg. Focus on how your knee bends naturally, what happens at your hips, what you feel in your quads and calves as your leg lifts and lands, which muscles are engaged. Take a few more steps, focusing on the contraction of different muscles, the distribution of weight from one leg over to the other. Notice again the connection to the earth through your feet, the pressure underneath you. Something that we do so naturally every day without even thinking about it. And all these small muscles in our legs contracting and expanding naturally for us. Focus on your back as you continue to walk. Maybe you pick up the pace slowly to what feels natural for you. Notice what's happening in your back. Notice what your arms want to do. Do your arms want to swing? Do they want to stay still? Without forcing anything, just notice what happens naturally as you observe your body moving. We know how to walk like we know how to breathe. Allow your body to walk and observe the muscles that are active. Observe the tension in different areas. Just observe. Maybe you slowly start to pick up the pace from here. You're walking at a normal pace, and you're still aware of the connection between your feet and the ground, your calves and your ankles, your knee, your quads, your hips, your back, and your arms. You're aware of every part of you moving in different ways, tension being held, pressure maybe in your quad upon landing as your hamstring pulls back to start the next step. Just be aware of what's happening. And as you increase your pace slowly from here, a gradual increase, be aware of the whole body. Focus on the body as it moves in unison, not only the feet, not only the quads, not only the hips, the entirety of your body moving in unison through space. Maybe you look up from here if you were looking down at your feet. While you walk naturally, notice your body. Notice its movements. And shift your attention outward now to where you are walking. Imagine you're moving through a grid of time and space. Space is standing still. Time is standing still. And your body is walking through it. You're moving through as everything is still around you. You're observing your body as it walks. You're just a speck of time moving through this grid, this matrix, moving through the air. Focus on the air as your body walks through it, as your body moves from location to location. Focus on the air that you're dispersing with each movement. As you move your legs forward, air is being pushed out of the way. That air is stillness. And you're allowing your body to naturally move through stillness as you observe what's happening. If you lose focus, just bring your focus back to your feet and start from there. No big deal. Maybe there's one part of the walk or the movement of the walk that is easier for you to focus on, or that brings you into more of a trance. Maybe you want to focus on that because you enjoyed focusing on that and bringing your awareness there. Maybe you decide to bring your awareness to your hips and focus on that. Maybe you decide to bring your awareness to your spine, how straight it is, how slouched it is. Maybe you enjoyed bringing your awareness to the space around you as you move through time, not only space, but also time. Whatever works for you here. The walking meditation isn't to be forced. It's to be aware of one moment, of one body part, as we do something that we so naturally take for granted. Maybe here, if you're a runner, you begin to run, and as you run, you can notice how different things change in your legs. Maybe you notice different muscles being activated. Maybe you notice more force. When I like to run, I like to really focus on the stillness around me, as if I'm running through just a pool of time and space, and I'm just running through it. So just be aware as you continue. As you walk throughout your day, you can choose what you want to be aware of during your walking meditation. If you decide to start your run off this way, you can start it off with that pattern, with your eyes shut, noticing your feet. Slowly start until you're into a run. And then while you're running or while you're walking, notice if your thoughts do change. Notice if all of a sudden you lose focus from your body. Where are your thoughts going? What took your focus away? And then bring it back. Maybe bring it back to the feet. Bring it back to the legs, the hips, the weight distribution. You know what works best for you. You know what you will be the most aware of and what will keep you focused and present. And you know your thoughts better than anyone else. So take this practice however it resonates for you, because everyone is different. I like the stillness. I like focusing on stillness around me as I'm moving through it. Other people like focusing on the feet. Some people like focusing on the back. Take this practice however you do, and you can let me know any comments, anything. Let me know what works for you, actually. I'm always curious for what works for different people, and try it. If you're running, that's a great opportunity to try it out. And yeah, let me know. I'll also record another video soon for cyclists and runners, as I'm a triathlete, so I find that I use different methods of awareness doing different sports, and it could be fun. It could be a fun training tool, so I will definitely make another video on that. But in the meantime, enjoy your day and enjoy your walking or running, whatever you end up doing.